Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for going through the news with me. Just wanted to mention little Fuzzhead. I've set up a nice little bed for him. Well, a blanket on top of his bed, on top of the chair. Yeah. So anyway, I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We've got epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. Would you like to be covered up? Would you like to be covered up? Thank you. Thank you, Troll Slayers. And we have got a fantastic community here because of you. You've been so kind to each other, and you have been so kind to me. Also, you have been so kind to Miss Sarah. Thank you. Thank you. She has a wish list for her and her kids down in the description box, and you've really been helping her. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you. All right. So there's so much good stuff. If you're watching this on replay, hello. Yeah, there's good stuff. Down in the description box, all the questions are listed out there. I timestamp them as I go. Or you can pick and choose or maybe watch back on 1.25 speed. That can be useful too. I've got so much running around in my head. Okay. I wanted to thank you for helping Sarah. Oh, if you would like some serious hang time with Boo Boo, yesterday, I have to share with you that yesterday on the Creative Sprints, so just go into the search on YouTube, look for Creative Sprints. Yesterday's live stream, the leaves were blowing off this beautiful, the red leaves are falling off this beautiful tree. And Boo Boo was right here on the desk, losing his little fuzzy mind, trying to chase the leaves through the open window. There's a screen, but through the open window. And I put a blanket there. And so you can watch him. I just had him on the timer. I'd like the timer here, but most of the screen is Boo Boo, just being adorable. So if you could have that on, off to the side, it went on for hours. So you could get some serious Boo Boo cuteness if you go to the Creative Sprints channel yesterday. Joyce Matthews says, I saw that. He was so cute. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you, Doxy. Love her. You and Sarah are a wonderful team. We love her too. Oh, good. She is such a good person. And I did want to, the nails. The nails are crazy. I don't usually do stiletto, super pointy nails. My personal favorite are square. But these crazy things with the ghosts, why not? So yeah, but they are a little crazy, but that's okay. Okay. Valerie Sargent says Nimbus smashed off everything from my windowsills during his defense from the leaves. Good. And Anna says, my 1-year-old kitten is completely fascinated by the new experience of tree leaves. Oh, I agree, Sharon Rice. Pac-Man ghosts. They are. They're very, except they're all white, What was this ink? It was like Inky, Blinky, and Pinky, and Clyde? What were the name of this Pac-Man ghosts? They had names. Anyway, doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, I guess the nails do. Yes, the nails do match the kitty bow. Best I could. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. And I like this pumpkin. This is a pretty epic pumpkin. friendly yet spooky, the kind of spooky I like, where it's like, it's not really, but it's, ooh. Okay, anyway. B. Smith says, I'm just in awe you can still shuffle with the nails. Oh, that's not hard. That's not hard. Okay, thank you, Sherry. Thank you, everybody. Clyde was it. What a memory, Lady Eva. Oh, yeah, okay. Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde? Something like that. All right. Yes. Huh. Deborah Johnson, Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. All right. So we have got good stuff to read on today. Okay, so we're going to just jump in at 6 minutes in. And let's see here. Did everyone catch the SNL? The SNL cold open wasn't necessarily funny, but they were making fun of Jim Jordan, so I'm there for it. And Michelle L. says it's a very epic pumpkin. Hello, Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Okay. So at 6:30, let's make it 6:30. 6:30. Glenn Kirschner believes that Cheese and Kraken may ultimately still serve jail time. Sorry. Go on. As Jack Smith isn't likely to be as generous to them. Go on. Nor really would he need to be once their testimonies enter the public record. It's just out there. So will Jack Smith ultimately play hardball and send these two blankety-blank nitwit knucklehead blankety-blanks Carol Langstaff says the SNL cold open lacked character believability, in my opinion. I think because Jordan there should have been more. He should have been more yelly. If that makes sense. He's the human air horn. Oh, Giovanna, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I was going to do 3 for each, but now it's feeling like 5. All right, Smith, you going to play hardball? Out in the cold, 5 of Pentacles. Do not underestimate how disgusted Jack Smith is with the situation and with what Trump and his ilk did. 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 4 of Cups, Tower, 8 of Cups. Let's just say I'm not under the impression that Powell or that I am under the impression that neither Cheese nor Kraken were particularly helpful to Smith thus far. They tried to get a fake victory, and Smith is there to rain on their parade, but they didn't come forward to him. They didn't show up from day one. Yes, I did. Thank you, Joanne. They did not show up from day one saying, I have information you might need. If they had done that, maybe. But somebody tells me that they've been, excuse the term, screwing around with him. And this is having to walk away because they already have the evidence they need. So, 3 cards each for Cheese and Kraken. Are they Lori Love says, oh, if you saw Jack in court in the beginning, he has the venom towards the situation. I would believe it. Lady Eva, don't arraign on his parade. And Alex Blino says, Chump works too. Joyce Matthews says, just the fact they flipped shows that everything was a lie. Indeed. Hello, Justice Card. How you doing? Okay, I got just another 5. Okay, 3 of Cups. Ace of Cups. 2 of Wands. 5 of Wands on the defensive. Page of Cups. Yeah, their communication. I think actually he already had some communication that was not favorable to them. And he is most certainly going to arraign on their parade. They end up on the defensive. And convicting them is a toddle. Yeah, I think they're in trouble. Thank you, Kiba. Sharon writes, no. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. All right. Glaring sun. All right. This feels like Kraken. 2 of Cups, Moon, 2 of Swords. Partnership would have been a good idea if you'd made this decision sooner rather than go ahead with this lunacy. Feels like, I would have thought it would be Cheese and Kraken, but that feels like Kraken. This feels like Cheesebro. Powell. This feels like Cheesebro. Yeah, he was there in his red MAGA cap on January 6th. 7 of Pentacles. Again, this feels like a whole lot of stuff they already have. In adding insult to injury. Oh, now suddenly you want protection. They're in trouble. They're in big trouble. Okay, so just Matthews, where did you find the card holder? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, right next to me, there is this small treadmill, very flat thing, portable. It's supposed to be portable, but it's a small thing, and it sits right here. And I had moved Flora, which is this giant plant, over, which is resting here on top of it for the moment, until I put it back where it usually goes, because I had every so often I put it in. I actually put it in the shower for a few minutes. So it gets a good soak, but also the leaves, get rinsed off. Anyway, so I call this Flora. It's a couple of different plants, but yeah, I named it Flora. So Flora's here, and there's a treadmill thing there. Well, to quote Red Dwarf, there were 3 black holes. How did you not see them? Well, you see, the thing about black holes is the black. And the thing about space is it's black. It was near the curve of the base of the plant on the black treadmill thing. So it was well camouflaged. That's all. All right, moving on. I'm looking forward to this one. At 14:45. Thank you for being here to go through the news with me. Peg Sanders was asking, just how crazy is Trump going to get in the courtroom this week when Michael Cohen is on the stand? Oh, thank you, GM Dave. Okay, just how crazy is Trump going to get? Hello, Salty Chip. Sharon Rice says, Sharon Rice says, I hope a Fool card comes up. Yes. Malting's Cottage says, that's a beautiful name. I wish it was televised. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Trumpy Dumpy. I mean, he already got into trouble once for sitting there and during a witness testimony, and he threw up his hands dramatically, and he got chastised by the judge. So when Michael Cohen's up there as he's glaring, you've already done it so much damage to Michael Cohen. You can't, glaring at him is going to do nothing. Zip. Oh. Hanged man. Well, Cohen very much intends to hang Trump out to dry. So, Page of Cups, Nine of Cups, all the evidence laid out. Five of Wands, Two of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. I'm under the, is it with Letitia James? Or is it with Jack Smith or both? I could have sworn that Michael Cohen said that he has gone in to see one or both of those prosecutors. He's gone in and told them what he knows 23 times, something like that. Well, let's just say he's changed sides. And he's got the goods. And he's handed over the goods. And he Trump glaring at him. It's like, go ahead. Go right ahead. Communication, sitting pretty. He knows. He's... But how is Trump going to handle it? Cosmic Goat Lady says 45 has to behave because the judge already scolded him. True. Gloria Bungren says Cohen will enjoy it. That's what it feels like. King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles. All right, here we go back to something that I don't hear other readers talking about, so I'm hoping they're not picking up on it. But when I read on Trump, I pick up on him having really violent fantasies. He may not, who was it who just said Trump doesn't like personal confrontations? That's true. Yes, CC Ryder said many Trump insiders say Trump does not like personal confrontation. He's actually a coward. Yes, he absolutely is. He likes other people fighting each other, but no, not him. As opposed to Marjorie Trader, who is a sadist. So everything is on the line for Trump as far as he's concerned. He could lose everything. This is this prosecutor coming against Trump. This would leave Trump with nothing. Cohen knows where the metaphorical bodies are buried. all of the 10 legal swords through Trump's back, hemmed in, charity. This is a huge soft spot for Trump. So, yeah. Zircon says Letitia James star witnesses Cohen. There we go. All right, so the next question at 2045. Will Cohen's testimony do real damage to Trump for the case? Not just hurting his little feelings, but Joanne Smith said, I screened the terrible Joker movie. Oh, the one with Lady Gaga. Sorry to hear it was bad. I didn't see the original one of those. High Priestess. Secrets. He knows the secrets. Empress, and he's sharing them, and he's been sharing them. Oh yeah, Raymond DePascal says Michael went to jail. It's payback time. Yes, it is. Empress, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. You see, Michael Cohen has basically redeemed himself. Basically, in the eyes of the country, he's going to end up with more money than Trump. We are going to be very pleased. Now, the other side, they're going to try to plan and try to work something out, but this actually feels just as much like it's Cohen explaining how things worked. They're going to have Trump side's going to have some, let's say, serious cleanup to do. Good luck. Good luck. This is great. Alex Bellino said, tee-hee-hee. All right, let's move on to the Kraken herself. 2305. 2305. Powell's confession has seriously shaken the Trump team. Quote, crazy as she was, she really believed what she was pushing. She wasn't supposed to crack. Unquote. She called herself the Kraken. Well, she called herself the Kraken, so of course she cracked. You were warned. How has this affected morale in Trump world, the Trump team? Oh, wow. Chariot. Oh, she knows. Oh, she can move things right along. Hello, Justice card. Ace of Wands, Emperor's in the center, Star, and Death. Okay. Powell is going to do some damage to Trump's side of things. I've got major arcana all over the place. All over the place. The only thing here that isn't major arcana is the action taken to try to overturn the election. But her being held accountable, Trump being held accountable, specifically Trump being held accountable, the Emperor, the death of the Star, not literal, but this whole facade, big case, big public case. Oh, she is going to cook your goose. Cook. Yeah. Oh, that's true, Joanne Smith. Sydney who? After she pleaded guilty, Trump now claims Powell was never my attorney. I don't know her. I don't know her. Please. Okay. 2540. Ivanka's lawyers appear to be doing everything in their power to keep her from being called in the New York fraud trial. At first, she wasn't being called because she wasn't included because they said they couldn't tie her to the time period in question. But she could still be called as a witness. She could be called to the stand. And her team are doing everything they can possibly do to keep her out of it. Will they succeed? Or will she get pulled into that? Ugh. Oh, the princess. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Fools in the middle, Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. I don't think she's going to be able to pretend that she never had anything to do with it at all. You worked there. You worked in that building. You worked for the business. She might be a Page of Swords. This would be the legal stuff. She did sign things. And she went right along with it all. With all the horrible things they did. She ends up out in the cold. One way or the other, this Five of Pentacles is for her. Not good. Not good for her. And I'd say that, the whole family will do what they can to protect her. And of course, for now, she's got Kirschner money. But what's going to happen to Ivanka? Oh, boy. At Glenn Bird, yes, too many texts, emails, and speeches. She's burnt. Insult to injury. And that would be the communications, through the communications. Six of Wands. I wonder if they're going to ask her questions that are going to get her roped into real trouble, because this was the way it was done. This was the whole plan, and the whole allegedly entertainment only YouTube, the whole lying to banks, the IRS, New York tax authorities, all of this to get their victory. And you'll notice the cards are backwards. They got the victory, and how they got it, it goes back to the plan. So tracing it back. Alex Molina says we'll see how breathy her testimony would be. Oh, are you kidding? She will go, I don't doubt for 1 second, she will go full doll-like. It's just pathetic. Anyway, all right. Seriously, that woman is as fake as a $3 bill. You couldn't get more fake. And yeah, it bugs me. Because all her talk about, she's written a book about empowering women and women in business. All it was a book of quotes by women who actually were successful legally. It was fluff. And she got into trouble for stealing designs from an Italian designer. It's all just, she's a con woman. Absolutely, she is a con woman. So, all right, 30-40. Okay, this is interesting. What is this? 30. Let's say 30-50. Political pundits are claiming that the GOP will be forced to find a new 2024 candidate. Go on. In New York, quote, in New York, it's only an argument of how much money he's going to lose. He's been called a R word. Not called. That was a jury determined he was an R word. And a fraud in civil court. Mm-hmm. The Kraken and Cheesebro Flip sounds like a dessert. And Trump failed to get any of his puppets elevated to the Speaker of the House despite threats, bribes, shouting, and potential fisticuffs, please. At most, his little thumbs of fury. He lost the White House. He has no control of the House and is in serious legal trouble. Do the math, unquote. Will the GOP listen? And the links to the whole more information, it's in the description box. Okay, so is the GOP going to hello, get a new presidential candidate? But that's what they're saying. I'm saying no. Go ahead. Keep Trump as long as possible. Go ahead. Do it. Yeek. Exactly. Earth Yogi says Ivanka will go full Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Oh gosh. Hello, GOP. So you're gonna run Trump, huh? Right now, I don't think they've got much choice. But the primaries are coming. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the kitten. It's a sweetie. I mean, the other contenders have been throwing everything they can, will, at Trump, and it's not doing much. Page of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords, King of Cups. At the end of the day, they've already been trying to find somebody else. Excuse me. The others, they're just not getting the traction. DeSantis tried to out-Trump Trump as far as the right wing goes. Yeah, he's got a whole lot of pain ahead of him, and they're making fools of themselves in the House. And all of these legal swords are going to go right into Trump, metaphorically. Which leaves Uncle Joe becoming president again. Hello, Uncle Joe. So, keep him. Keep him as long as you can. Please make another Joe Biden presidency easier. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you liked the kid. Melissa Miller says Michael Cohen says she swears like a sailor and her voice is an octave lower usually. Cindy's asking popcorn anyone? There we go. All right, 35 minutes in. Sonia Anderson had a question. So at 35, Since the judge in Colorado has denied all of Trump's appeals, let's just enjoy that. How likely will this case succeed in keeping Trump off the ballot? Now, what I've been getting on these kind of questions is that Trump will be tossed off the ballot, at least in a couple of places. That's what I've been getting, for what it's worth. Do check with other readers. But it's not going to be. What I get is it being like huge news, like breaking news, people talking about it, first time in American history, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's happened before, but like it's the biggest news story. But as long as it wouldn't fully mess with the electoral college numbers, Trump won't drop out. Cindy's asking Illinois, please. But he's not likely to win in Illinois anyway. Do you know what I mean? Three of Swords. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Excuse me. Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, Two of Swords, Ten of Swords. Yeah. Leaving somebody who's not got much of a chance. There's somebody here who doesn't have a huge chance of becoming president, running on being left maybe on the ballot, Republican being left on the ballot in whatever state that might be. But with everything Trump did and the legal problems he has, people voting after Trump is convicted of all kinds of stuff. So Anne says, geez, can I have a sword? We've got plenty. Let's see, is that the 7? Yes, so that's 10, 16, 18, 28. I've got 28 swords here. And all of them are bad for Trump. Veronica, Johannes. Swords, yes. Hello, Marie Wells. Okay, so, glorious. Okay, whoever is got a going case against Mr. Pillow, could you move it along, please? At 3830, this is crazy town. At 3830, Kentucky has declared Mike Lindell's new election security device, which can be snuck into polling booths and illegally attached to gather data, is illegal. Please put this jerk in jail. Please. We'll just stop him. It's illegal. You dunderheaded, egomaniacal, delusional Nine of Cups. Strength, justice, Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords, Magician. Nice try. People know what he's doing. This isn't coming forth. You know, we aren't hearing about this on November 1st, 2024. We're not even hearing on it as late as November 1st, 2023. There's plenty of time. People will see what's going on, what's allowed, what's not. This will be told to poll workers and they'll know about it. The system is stronger than they want you to believe. The system is actually cleaner and stronger. Yes, Peg Sanders, a pillowcase. That was good. 8 of Swords. He's going to be hemmed in. There's all kind of sort of truth is coming against him, and he's still trying to duck and dodge and play a game, and it's not going to work. And you're going up against major arcana strength here, and I don't know, even if this is a magician, it feels very weak. Because you're up against a sword of truth. You're trying to take a legal action here, sleight of hand. Not going to work. 8 of Swords, hemmed in. Nope. Nope, nope. Nopey nope. Nope, nope. And no. Okay. Holly and Fran says, addicts aren't known for being rational. That's true. Gee, sorry. Cindy is saying, well, at least a lumpy pillow would have 3 hots and a cot since he's broke. I hear what you're saying. And Phyllis Rowan is saying, never learn. Yeah, I don't. It's going to take a lot more for him to learn. And to some extent, he would have to find something else to focus on instead. Man's got troubles. He's got troubles. But not in a way that excuses the garbage he's been doing. It is insanely bright out. What the cameras pick. I have like no features practically. Anyway, I can see the cards, so my vanity can take it. 4215. It is not all about me. Glenn Bird had his question. Did Biden's great speech last week, and it was a great speech, make clear to Americans that a large part of the money for Ukraine is benefiting U.S. workers and the military by replacing old stock with new weapons? Plus the fact, in Ukraine, it is a lend-lease situation. They're not just being given the stuff. They're going to pay us back. So, did he make it clear to Americans that the money for Ukraine is benefiting U.S. workers and our military? 2 of Wands. It depends who you're listening to. Death card. King of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Devil, and 10 of Wands. It depends. Yes, but no. It depends it depends who's been watching the news. It depends on who they've already been listening to. Heinous situation. I've made it clear that there are Palestinian women and children who do not deserve to be in the middle of the disaster they're in, but Hamas is evil, 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 evil. So it's heinous, and what's happening in Ukraine is heinous. They did not deserve that. Israel did not deserve what happened to. No. Nobody deserves to be bombed. Or the war crimes that, no. This energy's awful. But if they were already listening to Trump, my stomach's turning. And you already understand the threat that's out there and the burden that we're carrying. I think if you can see the heinousness, yeah, you're going to be like, okay, go ahead. But if you only get your information from Newsmax, you're not going to hear much. So I wish I could say something better. Okay. Okay. The next question is about stupid Republican tax cuts. Which one? All of them? We now have conclusive data that the Bush and Trump tax cuts and their extensions to the rich have broken our tax and revenue system and have added $10 trillion in debt that we may not pay off anytime soon, as is falling on the shoulders of the working class. Yes, trickle-down economics doesn't work. This has been proven over and over and over. But on the other side, delusion reigns. This is not the Reagan era anymore. And where this was a new, kind of new idea. No, it doesn't work. Anyway, will the mega rich pay their fair share soon? I hope so. Man. Oh, all right. Cards coming straight off the top of the deck. The IRS is getting more funding. At least to the best of my knowledge. It feels like it. 3 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. High Priestess. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Page of Wands. There are loopholes upon loopholes upon loopholes. Seriously. And they'll always find a way to take their quote unquote fruits of labor and higher wisdom and secrets and loop-de-loop. This is the Page of Pentacles. This is the burden falling on the working class. There are the IRS being emboldened and what have you, Page of Wands. The Republicans aren't able to currently come up with enough of a fight against fairness in taxation. It's leaning in a slightly better way. Leaning. Anne says they won't get anything if the government shuts down in November. I know. It's leaning in the good way. Fingers crossed. Anyway, the only person who is a more obvious liar than Donald Trump. 48, 35. George Santos. You ready for this? Okay. George Santos is saying that the Chinese Communist Party briefly kidnapped his 5-year-old niece in retaliation for his hard stance on China. The problem, according to the police, they were called to investigate but could find no evidence of a kidnapping, that a kidnapping took place, much less that the Chinese were behind it. No video, no security, no nothing. George Santos is saying the Chinese Communist Party briefly kidnapped his 5-year-old niece in retaliation for his hard stance on China. The whole thing was a lie. Complete and utter lie. Will there be repercussions? And with everything he's done and continues to do, why has he not been arrested and held? Why? Oops, did I? All right. I guess Alfie was eating, but I thought he was behind me, but he's not. I can't wrap my head around this. I can't. What? Page of Swords. You're weak, performative, nothing. Knight of Swords, Judgment, Nine of Wands, Lovers, Page of Cups. We can see he's lying. Okay. We can see he's lying. He comes out with all this garbage, and we can see it. We can see what's going on. But this is his shtick. To make himself look important. And as long as he's towing the MAGA line in a house where they desperately need his vote, the rest of us are just, well, more and more in our feelings, but also just like, you've got to be kidding me. What's going to happen to George Santos? Glenn Bird says he bailed out of the first charges. However, the thing is wasn't there talk for a while that he may have stolen the money for his first bail? I don't know. I don't entertainment on the YouTube. I don't know. But Raymond de Pascal says this is a violation of his pre-trial supervision. He committed another crime. Police got involved. Valerie Sargent says, I'd love to hear the parents' version of the child's kidnapping. Sword of Truth. Not George Santos's friend. Not even a little. Knight of Pentacles. Again, Nine of Wands. Sun is in the middle. Empress. And yeah. There will come a day not too long from now when we're not going to hear any more about this jerk because he's going to go to prison. That's what I'm getting. Entertainment on the YouTube. Knight of Pentacles. But he doesn't just keep on doing your thing. And I'm so put upon and picked upon, but it's all coming to light, and you're done in your spotlight in American life. Gone, done. Prison, goodbye. He should not be out amongst the public, let alone in a position of power. Glenn Bird says, right, that's part of the investigation now. Credit card theft for bail money. I can't. Cindy said he got caught stealing from donors' credit cards for personal items. Yes. Oh boy. Yeah, he's in trouble. So okay. 50, seriously, if I had to deal with him, whatever job I was in, if he was my coworker, I'd quit. I could not work with somebody like that. Just, no. Then again, everywhere I've ever worked, whenever I left, they never actually wanted me to leave. They always wanted me to stay, if possible. and I've never been fired from a job. Some people get fired from jobs through no fault of their own, but I'm quite proud of myself for that. Part of it's luck, part of it's just a whole lot of hard work. And I have shown up for work here every day, every single day for 3.5 years. So anyway. All right, at 55:50, did Kristen Welker from the new Meet the Press host, did she actually do something? Meet the Press host Kristen Welker grilled McCarthy this morning and asked if he felt any responsibility for bringing Matt Gaetz to power. Glorious. McCarthy admitted that he was partially to blame, then placed the rest of the blame on the shoulders of the Democrats. No. No, you can't give that to us. No, this is on you, Spiff. Well, the party of personal responsibility, and the more awful and lying liars these jerks are, I find the more that my air quotes are starting to get askew. The more they lie, the more. All right. Well, the party of personal responsibility actually takes some responsibility for the mess they've all put us in. I'm not going to hold my breath. Alicia Bell says, because you aren't a habitual liar and you're not scandalous. Thank you. Three of Pentacles. It's your plan. This is in the house, folks. These are your monkeys. This is your circus. We're over here. We're just in the stands waiting around eating popcorn and Cracker Jacks. You are the one with the circus and the monkeys. Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Ace of Wands. It does feel like the far right will continue to point out the bad leadership, lack of leadership, bad situation. Yeah, it's not good. And as much, okay, I know what's been going on in the GOP caucus trying to get a speaker together is I want to say there's 7 people running who want to run for speaker, and they got 5 of them to vote that whoever wins the vote within the caucus, the behind the scenes where the GOP get together, that they got 5 of them to sign a pledge that whoever wins that they will support. But 2 of them were saying, no, I'm not signing that. And that doesn't mean you've got all these other Republicans willing to sign that pledge. So, in theory, they could sort this out, but I keep getting they're not going to do a great job of sorting this out anytime soon. Anne says, I've got 10 names. Holly France says 9. Okay. Where did they see 7 with 5 signing the pledge? 6 of Swords. King of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 8 of Swords. This would be, yes, I want to be Speaker of the House. This is the Democrats still sitting there, still eating the popcorn, still waiting. and the votes leave somebody hemmed in. It doesn't end with a King of Pentacles. It doesn't end with a King of Wands or an Emperor or anything. It just, they ends up hemmed. This is a mess. Yeah. Julie says, meet the press, said 10. Oh, okay. Thank you. Man. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait. But that is going to do it for me for today. I've gone through all 12 questions, all 12 of your questions, and I've been on for an hour. So, it's the beginning of a glorious week. I am so looking forward to Cohen testifying in Georgia, not in Georgia, in New York. I do wish we could watch it ourselves, but there's going to be plenty. I've got emergency live stream set up so that when something big happens, we finally hear from Jack Smith with charges against Trump. When Georgia, you know, when stuff happens over the coming months, I will be ready. I am ready to come on and we can watch together. Absolutely. So thank you. Thank you. All right. So that'll do it for me for today. It is 1:24 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. If you would like to binge some time with Boo Boo, do look up yesterday's Creative Sprints episode. Hours. It was hours of Boo Boo chasing the leaves as they were blowing past the window and being absolutely adorable. And a little ASMR of me typing, I guess. Other than that, I just want to let you guys know one other thing, and it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm not horribly bent out of shape, but I just kind of wanted to throw this out there. One of those things that other readers may not tell you, but I have my Mercury in Sagittarius, so I just blurt things out. So I will be the person who will say the thing out loud in this case. If you go into somebody's chat, if you're in anybody's chat, and you start promoting another reader, it's kind of rude. People who are running their own channels, they've worked really hard. Every reader you see is working really, really hard to get viewers, to try to grow their channel, to try. And, you know, we all love to collaborate and what have you. But I know I've watched some other readers where somebody was kind enough to say something nice about me, and I could see the exasperation on the face of the reader. And yeah, so anyway, I'm just saying, you know, ask them first. Is it okay if I mention so this or that? I'm sure they'll say yes, because you don't want to be a jerk, and we do want to help each other. But just so you know, yeah, if you go in and you're like, hey, I'll see you over at so-and-so's channel, you know, and it's not even like the end of the stream, it's like earlier on. Hey, don't miss so-and-so's thing, this, you know, and we're going here, or I just came from here, and so-and-so has a great channel. It's like, it's a little rude. Unless you want to somehow link it in with the person who's actually reading. So it's something else that readers, most readers do. And that is, it's for, if you're a reader and you're on somebody else's channel, you don't put stuff in the chat where you disagree with their conclusions in real time. You just don't. It's rude. And it throws them off, which is really the problem. So you agree if you agree. And if you don't agree, you keep your mouth shut until you can collaborate with them and you can discuss it. So, like I said, Mercury and Sagittarius, all the stuff that doesn't get said out loud. I am that fool. B. Smith said it needed saying, Autumn. I have noticed this. Well, thank you, everybody. All right. Well, thank you. Lucky Girl says, unless you've mentioned them before, right? Like you have about Becca or Jen Lynn. Oh, yeah. Or Lori from the Way of Positive Change. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Michelle. Yeah. And if you need a personal reading, Jen Lynn from Jen Lynn Tarot or Lori from the Way of Positive Change, I highly recommend both of them. I believe Kirsten Langston, yes. She's a dear heart. She's dear to me. Why does my brain do this to me? Kirsten Langston from Third Eye Champagne. I heard she's doing some personal readings, but I don't know how many. So just letting you know. All right. All right. Hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right. So take care, and I will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care.